Okay, cool. To the Prophets, aka Don Keys, Happy New Year, guys. We are starting 2026. Even though the markets are closed, we are still going to double down on this information, guys. So type a one in the chat if y'all ready to double down on this information and get ready for this 90-day challenge that we are starting on Monday. So for this next couple days, from today, tomorrow, Sunday, we're just going to get you guys as prepared as possible for this challenge and what this challenge entails. So step one, right? Everybody, every morning, you guys understand? Your goal, your job is to play a game called Match My Trade. Fun little exercise. What this is going to do, guys, is this is going to help you call your own trades. Period. That's it, right? You're going to come up with your own analysis, and it's going to look something like this, right? Good. And I'm going to just give you the basics, but we're going to still mark up the charts. So your job is obviously to come up with the bias, come up with your own direction, and you're going to use the projection tool on the left-hand side. You guys all see the projection tool. Long means buy for all the new people, means we're going up. Short means we're going down. So you will create a position. You will create a stop loss. And you guys see, I didn't have to type anything in. Hold on, let me try to make this bigger. I didn't have to type anything in to create this. All I did was drag and drop. It gives me my risk to reward, right? My risk to reward. It tells me the amount of points I'm catching. It's all right here for you, right? This is all I'm expecting from you. I'm not expecting too much, right? So yes, you can have your charts marked up and we'll mark up the charts together on how to mark up the charts properly. I'm not expecting to see, I'm just expecting you to have a trade idea for me. And that trade idea has to try to match what my trade idea is that I call for you guys that morning. Okay. So once you do this, you're going to document this, right? So you have your biased opinion on matching my trade and you document, right? Then what do we do? Then we trade. This is the next part. This is the fun part. What the fuck? Come on. I don't want no question mark. Document, right? Step two, we trade. Now, whatever we trade during that session, that is your trade. Your one and done. So I will be staying on these sessions a little bit longer than normal because I'm going to want to make sure that we're all documenting similar results. So when I get off the call, that's it. That's all she wrote, right? So what our profits are when I get off the call, they should never, your profits should never be less than what we document and type in. When I say type your profits in the chat, it should never be less than. It can only be more than. Does that make sense, guys? Type a one in the chat if that makes sense. And guess what we do after we take our trade? Can you guys guess what we do after we take our trade and we get our results? We document. That's right. We screenshot. Document. Screenshot. Step 3, guess what we do after that, guys? So 1, 2, 3 step. You guys, I know, like, I don't even like counting past 3 sometimes, right? That's right. We post it. We play match our trade and we post and we talk about it. What we learned, what we did right, what we did wrong, right? Your experience, honesty. Most of all, it's just all about being honest and showing results, right? Showing results on a day-to-day basis. That is all that consists of the 90-day challenge, guys. Does this seem easy? Am I asking too much from, well, obviously, yeah, post it, journal it, document it, screenshot post. So yeah, so we trade, journal and post it. So, okay, so step 3, I'm going to add journal in there because I do want you guys to journal it, of course. Journal and post. So that would be journal and then document it. So post it. So is that simple, guys? Is that too much? Are you guys going to be too vulnerable doing this? I'm just curious, right? Because I know this is you're putting yourself out there. You are going to have to trade your plan. You're going to have to trade your rules, right? And I'm going to comment and I'm going to be able to see what you guys all did because I don't want you guys to just flood me with 100 charts. That would be absolutely crazy. You guys are going to post and you guys are going to tag me. You're going to tag coach, right? You're going to tag your upline. You are going to tag the company, right? You are going to post, you're going to tag your team, right? So we match my trade, we document it. We take the trade, one and done, we document it, we screenshot it. Step 3, we journal it, we post it, talk about what we learned, and we tag your team, right? Tag the team, get them involved. Why are we doing all this? Step 1 will make you a better trader, flat out, right? Step 1 is to make you literally be able to call trades like I call trades. This is what I do. It doesn't matter Facebook, stories, Instagram, IG, hard posts, right? You want to have a call to action on the post that lets people know that you are open for business so they inquire. That way your upline can help you close. So whatever, right? But that's yes. Yeah, however you choose to do that post a day, I prefer hard posts. That way we can comment on it. But regardless, the match my trade, the step 1 is going to teach you how to be a better trader. That's it. Step 2, the one and done, this is going to teach you discipline. This is going to teach you to follow your rules, and this is going to teach you to secure your profit. Step 3 is called attraction marketing. This is how we're going to build your passive income so you are not stressing on making money as a trader. And we do not do any foo-foo stuff. We post results from real-time trading. We do live. That's what makes what we do so powerful, right? So everybody is going to want to do this with you live when they see how fun it is and they see you posting your results. Some people don't even know you're open for business. So all of these are made to generate more money, more income, more opportunities for you. But step 1 and 2, guys, is going to make you guys savages. This is going to pretty much turn you into me. This is going to make it so you guys are helping your team faster. You guys are going to be able to call trades. For people who ever have ambition of ever getting to a point of wanting to educate, this is going to put you on the fast track to being able to onboard and get to a point where you can start calling your own trades, documenting your results. And once again, guys, documentation beats conversation, right? So if you show that you know how to call a trade, right? If you show you know how to call a trade and you show you know how to lead and you show that you know how to get on a live call and do it in front of people, guess what there's opportunity for? To do exactly what I do. So we do incentivize in this company from the ground up to show truly that this product works. I am a true testament of a company digital product working and being able to do and teach it at the highest level. So with all that being said, type 90 in the chat if you guys are all in on this 90-day challenge here. Type 90 in the chat, and we're going to go over marking up the charts right now. Cool. If you guys are scared, I get it. I get it. Some people are scared. Being vulnerable is crazy. Let's go. A lot of 90s in the chat. That's what I'd like to see. You guys should be terrified. Growth is terrifying. Progress is terrifying. Absolutely. You know what's terrifying? Being broke is absolutely terrifying. Being in the same place I was last year is absolutely terrifying to me. Absolutely terrifying to me. There is no target amount percentage. There is no open P&L, and there is no risk to reward, Kate. I can't. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't predict what the market is going to give us. I can't predict what the market's going to give us live in 45 minutes to an hour. I wish I could, but those are some crazy parameters right now. Typically, it's all the same. It doesn't matter what the 90-day challenge is. I trade the same. So I trade 1 to 3, 1 to 5. So my strategy doesn't change. If you're on yeah, yeah. I mean, I get it. You want more. That is just I just want to say it's a perfect example of don't make trading more complicated than it's got to be, right? Like that is just 100%. I'm going to make an example out of some tough love. That is just the perfect example of making trading way too difficult. That all that questions right there just made hitting the green and the red button just petrifying to me, guys. I call the buy and the sell with you. I don't ever really talk percentages because I can't predict. I do my best to predict the entry. I do my best to predict the exit. But the truth of the matter is, guys, we take what the market gives us. Yes, we can have an idea, but you start putting caps on what your risk amount should always be your risk amount. So that should it doesn't matter whatever the challenge is, right? But your target amount, you can't marry your target amount. The only thing you can do is marry your risk. That is it. Because if you marry a target, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get pissed if you don't hit the target, or two, you're going to get pissed when you blow straight through the target, right? Because you undershot it. So never put a ceiling on your income, if that makes sense, guys, right? Sometimes if the market gives us a 1 to 7, guess who's taking a 1 to 7, guy? Me. I am. If that thing runs a 1 to 10, I'm in, right? If I decide to move to break even and I see that there's still room for this chart to breathe, then I'm going to hold and I'm going to execute. It's all about what the market's going to give us. Our job on this 90-day challenge is to just take what the market gives us, because that's where I am having the most success internally with our team on becoming profitable. Now, whether you trade on a prop firm, on you. Whether you trade on a cash account, on you. It still doesn't matter. You're still going to be focusing on trying to match my trade. You're still going to be focusing on taking the trade we call and executing it, right? Whatever that is, it doesn't matter. You're going to have to take it anyway. So all the other information, don't make trading is buying and selling. It's still a probability of 1 every single time you take a trade. It's a coin flip, guys. You could still be wrong and still be right. Does that make sense, guys? Like, do not complicate trading. Some people love to overcomplicate this, and then it takes them forever. And I know I got a couple of my students here. If I've made trading simple for you because I don't overcomplicate it, like, it's because it has to be, because we're going to make it so much more complicated internally. Like, you guys don't even know the internal battle you're about to fight, especially if you're new. Like, Kate, are you new? You're new, right? Because it's not about numbers, it's not about strategy. Oh, okay, yeah, you're psychological. Ladies, let Kate know, is it more mental or is it more trading in percentages? Is it, it's definitely not numbers and percentages, right? There's no, you have no idea if you're coming into this thinking that you're going to be a mathematician and be a good trader. You in for a rude awakening. It is all emotions, and you need thick skin and heavy accountability. That's what makes our community so good. Is like we do it lighthearted, but you have to have thick skin. It is a complete thank you. Like let her know exactly what it is because it is so important that if you go into this thinking you're going to master the strategy, you're going to blame the education, you're going to blame your lack of knowledge, but you're never going to blame your lack of emotional stability. It's all emotions, guys. Trading is all emotion. All emotion, Kate. So just so you know, the it's been said. It is a big roller coaster. Okay, cool. So we're gonna mark up the charts, guys. First things first, we start on our 4 hour yep. We start on our 4 hour time frame, and I'm going to identify my trend line first because it's just what's kind of sticking out to me. I see two of them that I'm kind of paying attention to. So one is going to be my highest time frame trend line that's coming from like these lower areas here. Why? Well, it's just because I can see it. If I zoom out and you see it, right? So how many points equal a trend? That's right. Cool. So, right, and I'm going to delete my moving average so we just have a clean chart, nothing on it. So I'm just going to mark my trend line up and I'm going to use the arrow tool. Now, this is what you guys are going to be doing every morning when you guys are coming up with your trading idea to submit, right? And I'm going to go over the strategy. I'm going to go over how to come up with a trading idea all right now. So, first thing I do is I come up with my trend and I start and I find my 3 points. So for me, I'm just going to kind of do something like this. And you want it to be clean, right? You see these are kind of choppy, but you know what? There's the second point right there, and there's the third point. So I'm gonna grab my circle tool and just point these things out to you so you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Everybody seeing that? So this is the highest time frame trend line. It's important because as this smaller time frame trend line, excuse me, gets broken, that is a destination to where price goes. Okay. So now that we have our first trend line, right? So we got our first trend line right here, and we could kind of see where price can potentially, why isn't that shutting for me? There it is. So now we see a lot of chart. We have our trend line, and now I'm going to just kind of look for where my next little key level trend line is, right? Because you see there's a lot of space. We kind of have 3 points kind of poking out right here. You guys are seeing that right here, right? You guys are kind of seeing what I'm seeing. So I'm looking for these other 3 points. And it looks like we just started to break this trend. Okay. So now, just based off of what I'm seeing currently, price can go always two ways, up and down. That's all the price does. But based upon what I see in the break of this candle, I can see lows sitting right here. You guys see that, right? I see lows sitting right here. And I see lows sitting right here. So the same points that are my trend lines are the same points that are my lows heading towards price target. So our job is to go from point A to point B, period. Now, if I'm going to see another low, I can kind of see a low and a high kind of right here, right? You guys are seeing kind of what I'm seeing right here, price closure below this, trading above. So when you're looking for key levels, guys, you're looking for areas in the market where price sold and bought from. So are you guys seeing where I just came up with all of these little levels here, right? Type of one in the chat if you see it. Cool. Right. So the way I trade is extremely simple. It is an X marks the spot strategy, whatever you want to call it, right? What I look for is I look for my trend line and I look for my support or my resistance to intersect. Okay. Something like this. So I know if we break low, to me, depending on what the market does at open from whatever close was, we should statistically clear low, then maybe come back, pop higher, and then decide if we break this next trend line. And if we zoom out from the 4 hour to the 1 hour, you guys will see how I came up with this is based upon the downward trajectory of the market. Guys, see how I did that? Price moves in waves and forms. Yes, price can maybe come up and sweep a little higher before it goes a little lower, right? But for the most part, the way the market works, it works in structure. And our level and our job is to identify that structure and trade with the structure at the key level points where market intersects. Okay. Now, another thing that can happen, we could see price maybe potentially pull up higher to here where we have support turn resistance, right? So the market can get tricky in this area because if you look left, you could see how many times price came to 820 and then back to 380. Went to 4860, which is where price is at, and then back up to 360, right? So a lot of what we do in trading is based upon studying historical data so we can find our key levels in the market. So we know when price comes to us, which way we decide to execute. Similar example, yesterday we lost the trade. I still like to sell at around 420, price went to 400, it rejected. But the same area that we looked for the buy, which was around the 300, 333 area, was this same area that sold off. So this was the area that we wanted to buy. Price wicked, went a little lower, and then came back and retested the same zone that we wanted to buy it sold from. So if your zone is correct, right? If you're identifying the market correctly, even if you get the trade wrong and the zone is correct, you have the ability to wait for a retest and execute mindfully, not revengefully, right? Based upon what price is showing you, because at this point, price was showing us that the buy was valid, right? Broke structure, showed it was going a little high. It didn't go as high as I wanted to. It sold off the way we wanted to. We were still biased on the sell. This was our price target. 111 was our price target from Sunday, from Monday, from Tuesday. So we always knew market was doing this, right? We were trying to just get a little fancy here on our buys yesterday. Someone told me I wasn't biased. I didn't call any buys. So I told you, watch me call a buy and lose. Ah, um, I told you I was right. I'll call a buy. My need to be right force me to be wrong. No, ego, stop. But is this making sense to you guys? Right. So I'm going to go over how we call the trade right now. But are you guys kind of understanding? Am I making this simple enough for you? Right. I don't like using fancy terms. We have buys, we have sell zones, we have highs, we have lows, we have ceilings, we have floors. Right. Support, resistance, supply, demand. It's all the effing same stuff, guys. Cool. So now we're going to break down how we call the trade, right? So I kind of already went over the strategy, which is extremely simple. Number one, and once again, you guys know I like keeping it simple. Number one is, am I at a support or resistance? If you trade Fibonacci, it'll be fib level. I don't teach fib, guys, because I don't use it. So, um, but support resistance, fib level. So if you do use fib, no shame, right? It's a great tool. I never used it, and I just don't use it. So it's all the fib level to me, because I'm not big on the numbers in trading. Like I don't. Some people look right and they see 48. They're looking at 48, 126, 48, and they're trying to figure it out. Guys, if you want to figure out the markets, which way do you look? When you guys starting looking left, did it start clicking a little bit more? Thank you. So definitely a method to the madness of the education. But number one, are we trading at a support or resistance level? Okay. Number two, visuals are better, right? Am I doing good with the visuals, guys? I don't know. Number two, um, trend. Is price touching my trend line? If price is not touching a trend line and not touching a support or resistance, I don't call the trade for you. Period. And the only thing that's number three, which is the only indicator I use, the 60 moving average. And all the 60 moving average does is it coincides with my trend line. And what I'm looking for is I'm looking for price of my trend, price of my support and my resistance, and price of my moving average to all be intersecting at once. And when I see that, I call the trade. Now, if I break down yesterday's trade, you guys can see now I will unmute the moving average. And a perfect example, here was the trade from yesterday. I wanted it off of the 60 or off of the 1 hour 60. That's what I was seeing. I saw a little bit more support. I saw this level right here. I wanted 333. I wanted 420. Like that's where I had my heart set. I had my heart set on 420. Price came to 400 and melted, right? That's how we got caught. I was trying to catch the buy to 420 and I thought we were going to sell off. We sold off from 400, unfortunately. But if we go to the 30, you guys can see we have resistance, we have trend line, and we have 60 moving average. So that's what I'm going to be looking for when I call a trade. One, am I trading at a support and resistance? Two, am I trading with the trend and is price touching my trend line? And three, is my moving average. And the moving average can be on any time frame, guys. It does not have to be on the hour. It doesn't have a specific time. I'm just looking for if it's on the 5 minute, right? You can see it'll respect the 5 minutes sometimes. It just depends. You kind of have to bounce from time frame, it respected the 60, the 30-minute perfectly, right? If you go to the hour, you see it respects the hour beautifully. So this is something that doesn't need a lot of back testing. And take in mind, and I'm not going to shame anybody. I've never back tested before. I got to be so honest. I've never back tested before. I've never rewinded the charts. I just think that is just the silliest. Get in the charts real time. You want to know what the markets do? Get in the markets. Don't go. That's like watching like an old like football championship when you know who the winner is going to be. Like it doesn't make sense when you have the ability to look left, right? Like that to me, that's all back testing really is just having a good understanding of looking left. And if you look left, you could see that I don't need to rewind the chart to see how many times US 30 has respected my 60 moving average on the 1 hour time frame. Would you guys agree or disagree? Okay. So, and also, guys, it's not just either. That's why we get you off of the demo account. When you know trading is all emotion, then why why not start battling the emotion side and get right into the mix? So that's just always kind of my MO is when uh when you're in here and you're trying to play super smart and be super smart and try to be the smartest at trading, trading is about seeing it. It's about seeing it. It doesn't matter. You can have the fanciest name for stuff and you can go understand what the name means, but if you don't see it, you can't give it a definition, right? Like, and you think that knowing the definition will help you see it. It's the opposite. Seeing it will help you know the definition. And when I say seeing it and seeing the definition, I mean, yes, we're at a support or resistance, but what support are we at? Are we at New York high? Are we at London high? Are we at our monthly high? Right? Those highs matter, those lows matter, those key level zones, they do matter, right? They don't matter too much, but they do start to matter when you really start understanding the markets. But thankfully, I train you guys to kind of see it without having to understand it too much. And I'm finding that it's working extremely well. So sometimes you can be too smart for these markets and go the wrong direction. The road to hell is paved with good intention. That's exactly how trading is. Like you had all the best intentions to be the smartest and everything else, but you still tanked your account, overtraded, and broke all your rules. Like, yeah, but your intentions were to be profitable. I get it. I get it. So, 1, 2, 3 strategy, guys. Where are we at right here? Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3 strategy. Who's my 4 hour? Did I delete the other thing? Oh, I think I did. I deleted the other thing. Dang. The other thing I was looking for was all the rules for the 90-day challenge, but hopefully you guys got it. I have it recorded. So, any questions, comments, concerns, guys? We still went in. Uh, we went in on the charts. We went in on the strategy. Oh, and the projection. So when you're going to find the 1, 2, 3 strategy, support, resistance, trend line, you're going to go from these higher time frames. And then this is where you're going to start zooming in from the 15-minute, the 1 hour to the 15-minute to the 5 minute. And this is where you're going to start looking for execution, right? So when we start trading, we have trend lines within trend lines here. So if I was going to call a trade, and let's just say I was going to call my first trade for you guys and just go for it, and be wrong or right, it doesn't matter. I would look for something like this. If I think the market's going to drop down a little bit low to this level, this is what I'm looking for. I'd look to see market retest, and there's my trade idea. Don't overthink it, guys. It's okay to be wrong. Like you want to be, the more wrong you are, the better you're going to be. I just can't say it enough. I've been wrong so much. So much. I've been wrong so much, guys. And not only am I wrong, I'm like, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong in front of you. So don't be afraid to be wrong. Just oh, that's how we learn. I just if you knew that you had to run through a million mistakes to be a millionaire, how fast would you run through those million mistakes? You know, there's a dollar for every mistake. Once you get through those million mistakes, you got a pot waiting for you at the end. How fast are you going to get through those million mistakes? Yep. This is going to be recorded for the company, so it is on the company site. I did record it also for personal stuff. So if you want me to send it to you guys directly, you guys are more than welcome to have it for the archives. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Oh, you guys are going to have a crazy 2026. Just don't go anywhere. That's all I can say. Just don't go anywhere. Stay close to the fire. Like some of you guys are on some winning teams and you guys are in great hands. Just keep showing up. Once again, you know, results, guys, they speak for themselves. That's why we're doing so good, is because we're getting real results. Straight up. Very much appreciative. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to end this recording, but if you guys have any other questions for me, um, please let me know.